Thanks, Noel. Ever wonder why the Westfield House has been closed for quite some time? Or what about all the basketball games that were scheduled for this season? Will the Slugs basketball team be forced to hit the road for games this year? We now go to Ruben to give us the scoop.
Why is the Westfield House closed? And what's all that racket coming from College 8? And what happened to all the basketball games this season? I decided to get to the bottom of this mystery, since I'm tired of waiting for the gym to open to practice on my shot. Well, it's the remodeling of the Westfield House, or as the Slugs call it, the West Gym. Apparently, the new Westfield House project will address seismic deficiencies by upgrading the existing structural system. There are 2 phases of the construction taking place, and its project duration is approximately 6 months. The first phase consists of demolition and structural upgrades. The project on the Westfield House began even before fall quarter started on September 10th and is expected to be finished on March 10th of 2008. So how has this affected the women's and men's basketball team, you may ask? I tried to get some interviews with coaches and players on the team, but it seemed they weren't around. They were on the road. Luckily, I emailed a couple of the players. When I asked them how have they been affected by the closing of the Westfield House, Carlos Leon, a junior and guard for the Slugs, responded, "With us not having the Westfield gym this year, it has affected our schedule greatly. We have no home games this year, which is hard because we're on the road a lot and don't get much support from our fans. We miss a lot of our schoolwork, and financially it's more expensive to run the program. It can be an inconvenience in the sense that we are away a lot more, but this also gives our team a chance to bond more closer to one another, as we do need in being such a young team. How will this affect the outcome of all the road games for the Slugs? With no fan base at their games, could it be possible for the Slugs to maintain a winning streak with games at Redlands, Claremont, Rockland, Hayward, and Oakland all in 9 days? Only time will tell. With the closing of the Westfield House, it is noticeable that fewer people have stopped playing basketball. For the time being, students now have to go to the East Field House, not only to catch up on their hoops, but their dunks as well. The Westfield House is not only the home of the Slugs basketball team, it is also a place to come and play indoors when it is too dark, too cold, or if it's raining. It's a place where friends and family come and show support for the Slugs. We'll see next season how the Westfield House turns out and how the team does. One thing's for sure, I know I'll feel much safer knowing that the Westfield House will be earthquake-proof. Just in case if the big one comes. For Banana Slug News, this is Ruben Valenzuela. Back to you guys in the studio.
Well, we're really slugs now that the basketball gym is closed.
Yeah, now I'm feeling even more like a slug since I have to crawl to the East Field House to play my basketball.
Oh, really? Well, if you're a slug, then let's do a test. Waiter? He passed.
Anyway, back to the news. Shakespeare Santa Cruz is one of the most recognized Shakespeare troupes in the country. They do annual holiday shows that are fun and appropriate for kids and guilty pleasures for adults. Their current production is The Princess and the Pea. With more on Shakespeare Santa Cruz is Betsy Sachs.
Hi, this is Betsy Sachs with Banana Slug News here at the Theater Arts Center, where Shakespeare Santa Cruz is celebrating their 26th anniversary. They're performing Princess and the Pea for their winter season. Let's take a look.
We have the most beautiful outdoor theatre in the world, I think, in the Festival Glen. We're 26 years old, and we have a reputation for doing smart, unconventional, and intelligent productions of Shakespeare and other modern classics, and modern plays too.
What we take from Shakespeare Santa, I know what I take the experience, of course. It does look good on the resume, and I think the experience of it is different. There are a lot of shows at the school that deal with more serious issues, so it's fun to do a professional show in a professional setting with type people, but also do a kids show, so we get all these audience that love to smile and laugh and experience the magic.
The youngest person working with Shakespeare is really cool because they get to meet a lot of professional people, and how they sing, it's really good.
A lot of times in the real world, as we call it, the shows that you get involved in do have long runs, which I've never done before, and they're about 35 performances. So this is like a marathon where I'm used to running sprint. So it's definitely getting me in shape to go along with the metaphor for.
So working for Shakespeare Santa Cruz is a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work. Rehearsals are 6 nights a week for about 5 hours, and then there's 35 shows. So it's a lot of work. It's really hard for students because it's basically a full-time job, and then you're also being a student, but there's so many rewards to it. It's great to hear all the kids laugh at the show, and it's just so much fun working with this group of people. Everyone is really nice and really supportive, and it's a great experience.
Acting and teaching at the same time reminds me of how articulate I have to be about what it is that we do as actors with students, and I can't just kind of soft pedal it or sell it in a way where the students aren't going to be seeing me perform, because I kind of have to put my money where my mouth is. So working with the students, I think they tend to think of me as at least partly a colleague, which I think is important in college, to start to get away from thinking of your teachers as kind of the end-all be-all of knowledge, and to start to think of them as people who are at least partly your colleagues, who share your same interests and problems and things like that with subject matter. So that's great. Most shows here that Theater Arts does are 2 weeks long. They have about 8 performances. Students here are going to do 34 performances of the show, so that's really pretty awesome. It gives them a totally different perspective on performing. I think when you perform for that long, you discover things about the role and what you're doing that you don't when you're only doing a show for 8 days.
Shakespeare Santa Cruz has a huge impact on this town. We've been here for 26 years. We have a couple of huge outreach initiatives. One are winter holiday shows, which bring in many, many young people to the theatre, and we do schools matinees, which have 500 people a time. We're doing 5 of those this year, so that's 2,500 people bust in from schools, and a lot of young people come to our regular performances. I think this year we're doing a total of 34 or 36 performances. One of the things I would like to take this opportunity of saying is that all students are welcome to audition for our pantos. It doesn't matter whether you're a theatre arts student or not. And we're looking for dancers, we're looking for singers, we're looking for actors. And I would love to see a bigger turnout at auditions next fall.
The Princess and the Pea will be playing Wednesday through Sunday until December 16th, so come check it out. This is Betsy Sachs with Banana Slug News, signing off.